I moved back home, in with my folks, trying to pay my debts before I die. And the names of the roads came from Indian tribes, and the police were bored out of their minds. Out my back door, sneaking a smoke. It's so very quiet here at night, and all I can hear is a little ringing in my ear. Was it a rock show or the tungsten street lamp light? Yeah, I just wanna save some cash, let my baby go to class. Oh, we just wanna make our way through the maze of glass. Yeah, I just wanna do things right. It's easy with the love in your life. She keeps me from letting in the dark with a gap-toothed smile.
Well, hello everybody. This is weird. First of all, welcome back. It's been a great many months. The last episode we dropped was February, I believe, maybe March, and here we are in December. Scheduling is what it is and life is what it is, and anyway, we're back here. As you can see, the set is different. We've made it to where we can get some full bands in here eventually, and yeah. Anyway, we have Colin with us today, of Colin fame and of the Roseline fame. I think you probably do a little of both, perhaps. Mm-hmm. So yeah, tell everybody what you've been up to lately.
Well, I just got back from a tour in Europe, which we were talking about earlier, but yeah, it was my first time in Europe. I played solo tour.
Yep.
And I did dates in Germany and the Netherlands and Belgium.
And you drove to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was
That
awesome.
had to be a little bit terrifying.
It was at first, especially like just city driving with the super narrow roads, and like I was pulling up on curbs to let like another car go.
Wow.
So like learning the little intricacies of that was interesting. And then like the highway driving of like dudes just blowing by you at 200 miles an hour or whatever.
Yeah, one of our coworkers is like, you should ask him if he drove on the Autobahn.
Well, it feels like every highway's the Autobahn. Like, I don't think there are rules. I don't think there's speed limits.
Yeah. Were you in a rental or
Yeah.
the person? Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that whole thing come about?
Just through this like little booking agency based out of Bremen, Germany, and they do a lot of like singer-songwriter.
Did you approach them or did they approach you?
I approached them.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I want to do this.
Yeah. They do these circuit tours, which is like, so we have our home base in Bremen. Like I had a flat, like an artist flat that I shared with this Canadian band, Rally,
Mm-hmm.
who are awesome people and a great band. And then you just play shows like nightly for almost a month, and most of them you can drive back to the flat because everything's relatively close.
Within an hour or something.
Yeah, two. So yeah, it was just a cool way to see that part of Europe.
Now, funny enough, I have followed you on Facebook for ages and did not see a single update come up in my news feed while you were there. So today and yesterday, I was reading all your posts from there about, I had a terrible show at this place, but the beer was good.
Yeah, I tried to not like sugarcoat that.
Yeah.
I did like a sort of tour diary, if you will, just because it was my first time over there, and I knew it was obnoxious to someone seeing this daily, but due to the Facebook algorithm making, you know, businesses and bands stuff like so hard to actually see.
Yeah.
I wasn't too worried about it.
I actually changed you to see first default today instead of regular one. So I'm like, I can actually see his updates when he makes them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just today you posted about playing in Wichita this weekend, this Saturday?
Tulsa.
Oh, Tulsa. Okay.
Tulsa, yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was south.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what is that show?
It's with kind of a singer-songwriter friend of mine, Aaron O'Dowd, who recently moved to Nashville from Tulsa, and she's super awesome. And but it's at the Woody Guthrie Center, which is like, I don't know a lot about it, but I think it has like a museum and sort of history about, you know, Woody, because he's from Tulsa.
I feel like the sound at this place is probably going to be really good.
I hope so. Yeah, it's all acoustic too. So like we're not even using any, like, I'm just bringing my guitar, not even plugging into anything.
It's kind of awesome in its own way.
Yeah. So
as long as you like don't allow yourself to completely blow out your voice, like you did when you were in Germany.
Yeah, that was brutal.
How big was that room?
That was a pretty big room, and just everyone was like drinking and talking. So it's like,
was that was the one where they were doing something next door? So
yeah, it was a movie theater.
So for people who don't realize this, I was reading on his Facebook, you know, this diary, and he played at a place where it was a movie theater, and they were showing something next door. So as a result, they didn't have him into a PA system. So he's playing to this crowd of people with no microphone and had to be pretty loud, and he did the thing that all performers do and just said F it and just did it.
Powered through, yeah.
I always, you know, to be honest, I always like those situations because it kind of forces you to, like, I feel like you have a better show when you have to try harder.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Who knows if that was a good show or not? I don't know. I couldn't even hear myself. But
yeah.
I certainly gave it the old college try.
Yeah. How new is your most recent album?
It came out at the beginning of October.
Okay, so it is really new.
Yeah, it's pretty new.
I knew I follow so many people that are releasing stuff. It's hard to remember all that.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's admittedly, I have not listened to your entire catalog at this point in my life, but the last two albums I've played a few times, and they're similar and they're different. The newest one is a little more polished, a little more Nashville sounding maybe, whereas the Townies was like a little more singer-songwriter-y and a little less polished Nashville sounding. Yeah. They both sound great. The mixes are awesome. It's just they've got a little different feel to them, which I guess is good.
Sure, yeah.
Continuity, but also new.
Yeah, that's what you always go for when you make a new record, I guess.
And, man, so is the backline, are the other people that are part of the group always part of the group, or is it people that you put together?
Yeah, I mean, it's been fairly consistent for about a year or two now, but it's always in a state of flux, I feel like.
Do you, I guess what I'm trying to say is, this is a weird way of saying this, but do you own the project, or are you just part of it? I mean, did you put it together?
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely, like, see myself as the leader, the director, whatever. Yeah. You know, like, it's sort of my vision, and But that's not to take away anything from
Right,
like,
right.
the amazing
Yeah.
musicians that.
Yeah, and I've
that
realized that
contribute to
more. I play in a group where it's basically one person writing the material and stuff, and we always joke that like he's Steven Wilson and we're the band, but yeah. So I'm gonna ask you to play a song.
Sure.
And we can listen to another one.
Okay.
Got the basics, a woman and a paycheck, honey. Trying to make this little house a home. I'm trying to save it, little money that I'm making. Buy an engagement ring or filigree rose gold. 'Cause there's a diamond you keep in the top drawer of your dresser. Are you sad when you see I'm leaving it alone? I think I finally feel I won't buckle under pressure. 'Cause when I'm riding with you, I'm better to the bone. I've been domesticated, honey. I ain't a rambler or the king of the road. I think I'll take it to a jeweler and we'll make it stunning. I think it's time I go and set that old stone. 'Cause there's a diamond you keep in the top drawer of your dresser. Are you sad when you see I'm leaving it alone? I think I finally feel I won't buckle under pressure. 'Cause when I'm riding with you, I'm better to the bone. I'm better to the bone, and you'll see it's penetrating me marrow deep. It's better to be loved and to love. Better 'cause the company I keep. Better when I'm buying you flowers or a little pin for your blouse. Better when I'm thinking of you, or thinking of that ring that you drew. I'm better to the bone. 'Cause there's a diamond you keep in the top drawer of your dresser. Are you sad when you see I'm leaving it alone? I think I finally feel I won't buckle under pressure. 'Cause when I'm riding with you, I'm better to the bone. I'm better to the bone. I'm better to the bone. I'm better to the bone.
Gracias.
Oh man, it's weird. It's weird meeting somebody whose music you like so much that isn't famous yet. Like that might sound weird, but like I really like your music.
Thank you, man.
It's like it's right up my alley, man.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so I have one question, and then I'm gonna kind of go in a different direction.
Yeah.
When you were playing over there and you were doing all those shows, do you feel like your approach changed at all? Do you feel like you like learned anything or grew at all while you were there? I mean, obviously when you play, you grow every time. But
Yeah.
do you feel like there's anything that you got better at or took away from the experience?
Yeah. I mean, I think just like I had to play 2 sets every night. That was kind of just the setup of the tour, what the audiences expected. So that was like I had to build up my endurance a little bit for that. Not like, physically, it's not like I'm doing backflips off amps or anything, but I just mean like singing wise and playing whatever, like my fingers,
Yeah.
But in addition to just like the physical stuff, was sort of getting better at like banter or like
Did
just
you like learn any good
connecting.
jokes while you were there?
I mean, this dude in after one of the shows was helping me like with my German, which is, I don't know any German, so he was like, "What do you want to learn how to say?" And I was like, "Well, I want to learn how to say like I'm very sorry for the President of the United States." And so he rewrote it out for me like phonetically in German. And so that was kind of like my go-to, like every night, not every night, but pretty often I'd pull it out and read this. And that was like the only thing that ever got a reaction.
Yeah.
They were like dying laughing. But any English banter, like anything I thought was like sort of like clever, witty, it was just like, like, whoa, tough crowd.
If you don't get it,
Yeah,
you're
like,
stupid.
It's but it was just the language barrier.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna change direction a little bit, and I want you to tell me about why you're a guitar player. When did it start? And why? There's always something that kind of pushes you, like, ooh.
Yeah, I was going to college in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and my next door neighbor in like a dorm room, situation, played guitar and seemed to play really well, and I was just kind of like listening to him, and there was a lot of like downtime, sort of. It was like an art school and pretty lax, and I was like, that'd be a really good just hobby to pick up. So I kind of convinced him to teach me some, few chords, and bought a super cheap guitar, and that's where it started. And then like shortly thereafter, I just started writing songs. So that was my only interest. I didn't get good at guitar at all.
You sound really good.
Yeah, I'm just
both of the people behind the camera are gonna laugh when I say this, but I've been playing guitar for 26 years, so
nice.
I recognize good technique
and
playing at other people, and you do a good job with it.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, so in 2007, when you released your first album, were you playing guitar then?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's weird. We think of 2007 as being last year, but that's 10 years ago. So.
Yeah, that was that's crazy.
I know. I realized the other day, I moved to Topeka in 2006, and I still feel like it was like a couple of years ago. And I have a girl that's about to go into, that's in 4th grade now. That it's crazy. So yeah.
She just blew my mind.
But were you singing or anything before guitar?
Yeah, I think I always kind of like sang along with stuff, not like.
But you were not writing anything.
No.
Or poetry or anything like that.
Nothing that I would.
Nothing you would want anyone else to find out about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like half of our recorded material, I'm like, ooh, yikes.
I think that everybody has to have some of that in their catalog, because I have those too.
Yeah.
I've listened to it and I'm like, oh, next.
Right. Yeah. Even like the most recent record, and I'm getting away from like just the lyrics, but I don't think you would make another record if you were totally satisfied with like the last one. If you get to the point where you're like, I did it, like that's perfect, like that's what I've been hearing in my head this entire time, I did it, I would just be like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an I've never heard anybody say that before. That's interesting.
I mean,
concept,
that's how I look at it.
though.
Maybe I just like keep making.
I mean, maybe
super,
that's
like-
part of the reason that people keep making records, because you're never really satisfied.
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, I think that Opeth has created at least 5 of the best albums that have ever existed on the face of the earth, but he still continues to make music.
There you go. Yeah.
But he's also got other bands and stuff too, so there's that.
He must not be fully satisfied yet.
Is there anything you feel like people should know?
Not really.
What's next?
What's next?
Are you gonna play more on the last album with Roseline?
Yeah. We're actually playing in Topeka for the first time ever on February 2nd at the legendary Booby Trap Bar.
Amazing.
I don't know if they have like a new booker or something. Just someone hit me up on Facebook and
It's changed around a little bit, but he's got a good system in there right now. I played there a couple months ago, and yeah, it was good. He's got the iPad mixer now, which is nice. He can move around the room, and yeah, it was not bad. Cool. I was super nervous for that show, so I'm just glad that I didn't like hurl on my drum set.
Yeah.
It was it was the first time I'd ever played drums live at a gig with a band in my life. Yeah,
because you're a guitar player.
I've played guitar my whole life, and we're not here to talk about me, but I essentially quit playing guitar. These guys are both probably going to laugh at me because I still pick up the guitar all the time.
Sure.
So do you play electric at all, or are you strictly an acoustic guitar?
I just feel like so much more comfortable on acoustic.
I feel like you would have like a Paisley Telly.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just see you holding a Paisley Telly. Playing out of like a deluxe reverb with a super fat, clean tone.
Yeah, I played some electric on a couple records, just rhythm stuff, you know. And
do you have a dedicated solo guitar guy?
Yeah, well, 2 of them, really.
So who, since we're talking about your band and they're not here, who are the other members of your band?
So, the keyboardist name's Aaron Starks, and he's like one of my oldest friends since like, middle school or something. Just mind-blowing keyboard player, and we're starting to like collaborate again. He's writing some stuff for the new record, like writing chord progressions, and I'm just writing lyrics and melodies over it. Chris Lozier plays guitar. He's been in the band for a while, like since 2012, consistently. Jeff Jackson plays guitar and pedal steel, and he's one of just like the go-to guys in Lawrence, he's almost like a session player, like that just pro. And Jim Pillar plays drums, and he was in the band for a while and then quit. He went to college on the East Coast and then came back, and now he's back in the band. And who am I forgetting? Oh, Bradley McKellip plays bass with us now, and he's the newest member.
Cool.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Nice. Well, I'm definitely excited for more of that. So, again, moving in another direction, but who do you listen to? Do you stylistically listen to people who play similar to what you write?
Some, but I think like way less than people would think. That's such a hard question, But
what did you listen to on the way here?
On the way here, I listened to NPR News.
Okay. Do you have some favorite acoustic artists?
Yeah, I mean, stuff that I feel like really influenced the sound of the Roseline or whatever would be like Whiskey Town, was a mid-90s like alternative country band that I think that kind of started me going down this sort of path, because it led to discovering like everything else that sort of has veins off of that. But yeah, like Graham Parsons and Townes Van Zandt and Tom Petty's a big one. And
have you ever listened to Justin Townes Earl?
Justin Townes Earl? Yeah, I love Justin Townes Earl. He's great.
I found out about him 2011, 2012-ish, and I was like, how did I not know about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle name, Townes.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Why don't you play another one, and then we'll, this is going to be a long episode, because I have more things I want to ask you, but I want to hear some more music, too, so...
She was the life of the party. He worked door at the club. Damn, they fit together like a head in a hat or a hand in a glove. He was counting his tip jar. She was locked in a stall, digging in a baggie with a car key that her daddy bought her new in '01. But all these wasted kids at basement shows in ballroom Johns. She don't blame them, nor would shame them. She was young to once. She's still holding on. They had matching leather jackets. He had a collection of guns. They'd ride out in the country, shooting at the rabbits, sipping Turkey 101. He could fight and fix a bike like no one around here could. Tech school certified, a tattoo by his eye. Cry when they'd make love. But all these wasted kids at basement shows in ballroom Johns. Well, he don't blame them, nor would shame them. He was young to once. He's still holding on to his youth, which is expired and spoiled, holding on to his cool, that's looking tired and old, holding on. She's holding on but it's loose, and she's considering going. Now she's gone. She's back in graduate school, did a semester in Rome, deleted him from a phone. Now he's completely alone, fentanyl patches and poles. Guess that's just how it goes.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so good. I hate when something's over and I just want to ruminate on it for a while. You know? So we have to talk about this now. Where do you get the lyric inspiration? How do you write?
Mostly from my own personal experience, with the exception being that last song I just played. Was like my first sort of attempt at like a story song or like a fictional narrative, because I'd realized that I'd already written like 400 songs about myself, and I was like, maybe it's time to move on and expand your palette a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's good. I liked it.
Thanks.
So one other thing that we really like to ask people about, and since you are local scene, like, what do you think? What do you think about the local scene? Obviously, you play more in Lawrence than you do in Topeka.
Yeah.
But what does it feel like there? Do you like the scene in Lawrence?
Yeah, it's always been great. Like, I mean, I'm at an age where we're not like the young hip kids anymore. We never really were, but it's always super welcoming and collaborative, I feel like. And there's a lot of good bands, and there always has been a lot of good bands in Lawrence. I think that's like, you could go to the Replay Lounge like any night of the week and see something you've A, probably never heard, and B, would be like super impressed by.
Yeah.
Um,
We have found in doing this show that, what's the latest count? 183? 118? 100 something? 120. He's making a list of all the people that are Topeka, Lawrence, and Kansas City local, because that's kind of our market as far as we're looking to go. And he has a list of over 100 bands right now that are all people that are viable. You know, some of them are fairly famous, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you know, we're gonna get there. You know.
Hell yeah, I hope you do.
As I've said, I tend to repeat this in every episode, but it's new for you. You know, our whole purpose of starting this, especially in Topeka, is because we feel like the scene here has been fucked for a long time, and we want to give people an outlet. You know, when I found out that Youngblood Supercult existed and that they were from Topeka, I thought I about died. I was like, what? Something that good that wasn't Kansas has come from Topeka? That's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah.
And the more we looked, the more we found, and we're like, man, we have to do something about this.
Totally.
Because I'm a musician. I play around here, and I never even heard Youngblood Supercult until I was shown, and I was amazed, and that's what has really, you know, grown. And eventually we'll get them on the show as soon as Catch 22's hand gets better. And
no, it's important to have like
I hope that she watches this.
someone championing, you know, your scene. And
Yeah, well, and the other thing too is the venues have been really strange in Topeka.
Yeah.
You know, it will be strong and then it will die, and it's been in a big recession for a while. But there's some really good places now doing stuff in Topeka that we hope that they continue to do that.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, man, there's people like you in Lawrence that are fantastic, and we're just happy to, you know, we're not the most famous people in the world, but if we can just tell people like, hey, this exists, you need to go listen to this, you know.
That's awesome.
For us, it's all about just bringing awareness about awesome music.
Totally.
You know?
No,
So
that's important for sure.
do you I mean, I don't know if it's different in Lawrence than it is in Topeka, but do you feel like there are things that you wish happened or you wish were better about the scene locally?
Not really. I mean, I think we're pretty spoiled, honestly. Like,
It's the difference between interviewing somebody from Topeka and somebody from Lawrence.
yeah, I mean, there's good venues, there's good promoters, there's amazing musicians.
There's Mass Street.
There's Mass Street, the rent's cheap, there's college kids everywhere. Like, there's practice spaces that are affordable, or just have it in your basement.
Yeah.
Like, it's set up for you to, like, start a band, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I think that's why there are so many
Do you think
working bands.
Do you feel like the mood, there's a camaraderie between people there?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely like certain kind of scenes, but they're not like exclusive by
Drinking
any
beer on camera because this is my show and I can't.
That's awesome. I didn't know if I should do that or not.
You're welcome to.
Yeah.
Would you like me to hand you
No,
your
I
drinks?
can get it.
Here, I'll meet you halfway.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's great. I'm, you know, getting input on the local scene is definitely important. I think that I personally feel like Topeka needs to do a better job of asking you guys to come to Topeka.
Yeah.
Because
It didn't occur to me, honestly, until that booker emailed me and was like, hey, do you want to play our club? And I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? Why would I not play in Topeka?
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes away.
Are you doing it yourself?
No, full band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm even more excited now.
Oh, we need another band on that bill if your band wants to play.
Do you really?
Yeah, we really do.
Oh man. Dude, plastic windows would probably not be a terrible thing to put with
It
them.
would be fairly fitting. It wouldn't be that obscure.
That'd be cool.
I will ask the
Check
guys
them out,
later. They'll be
have
like, yes.
like a local band.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
How would you like to wrap this up?
I think that he should play another song.
Yeah, you got one more you to play
Okay.
for us?
I don't mind the night time when the shadows never move. Little sliver of the moonlight, all silvery and cool. But when it comes to nightlife, think I'll retire at 32. I'm signing over my rights to the invincible you. So may you close down bars, kissing cars with somebody you don't know. May you lie in parks and stare at stars and talk about the records you own. May your whimsical hearts beat fast and hard and follow them wherever they go. May you always make it safe to your front door. I'm terrified of sunlight, all the banalities of day, button downs and neckties, one penny loafer in the grave. Even rock and roll's ropes tight, all darkened bars and flying J's, told a narrow way to kill time. Yeah, let's just hurry up and wait. So may you close down bars and kissing cars with somebody you don't know. May you lie in parks and stare at stars and talk about the records you own. May your whimsical hearts beat fast and hard and follow them wherever they go. May you always make it safe to your front door. May you always make it safe to your front door.
Yeah, that was good. Do you see yourself doing this for a long time? And when do you feel like it became a passion? When do you feel like it was something where you were like, I really want to pursue this more?
Gosh, probably really early on, like after the first few songs I wrote. That seemed like magical to me.
And how long after you started playing was the first time that you played in front of an audience?
Like after I started playing guitar?
Yeah.
Man, probably, let's see, so it was maybe 4 or 5 years or something. Something like that, yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, it was very early on where it had nothing to do with performing. It was more just purely like I got a kick out of songwriting.
Yeah.
And just having, like, putting something new out into the ether that I could, like, hum to myself and be like, I wrote that.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Awesome. Well, this ends our episode, people. So, this is episode number 8, which I usually say in the beginning. What?
2 more episodes.
2 more episodes. In 2 more episodes, we'll have 10. We were trying to do 3 more episodes so that we could do our 10th on our anniversary, because the anniversary of our first show is December 28th, but I will be out of town for the entire week before the 28th.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we're not going to be able to shoot enough episodes to get to 10, and we do have a giveaway that we actually started all the way back in, like, January. And we still have the prize. It's here somewhere, safely tucked. It's a shirt, a Noise from Ryan's Basement shirt.
Yes.
So if anybody still wants to enter, we are still going to do the giveaway. Everybody whose names are already in it, your names are still in it. We're going to put them in a hat. Yeah. We just still have the shirt, and we have the picks that are going to go with it. And what size did we get? I got an XL. So I figured that would fit the largest number of people. So, yeah, so be sure to do that. Please tell your friends about the show. If you are in a band and you want to be on the show, please message me. If you know somebody who's in a band that is fucking awesome and you're like, man, I would really love to see them get some camera time, send them our way, and we would sure appreciate it. This has been Colin Halliburton of the Roseline, and this has been, as always, Ryan, your host, and thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next time.